Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. I was doing a head shave, I did record it, well I thought I did. I pushed the button and just stood and watched myself without the timer going up, didn't realise, so I didn't actually record it. And I was just touching on basically what Jack from Virtual Grooming was talking about when he was talking about overspending, spending money you don't have, spending money that you can better spend on other things instead of wasting it in wet shaving. Now, he was talking about obviously, can you buy $40 shaving soap, is it really that much better than a $3 shaving cream or soap? Before my head shave I would have said yeah. I've just used this on my head shave, Palmolive for Men lather shave cream, and had a cracking head shave with one micro weeper here, using blades that generally cause me an issue, the Gillette Super Thins. Comes in a little tube like that. There's not a lot of it, 65 grams, it's $3. That would probably last me a month, maybe a bit more than a month of daily shaves. I didn't honestly think I'd be able to shave with this every day. However, having just done my head shave, it was great. It was really dense, it was thick, it was slick, it did the job. BVS head shave, got no irritation that I can feel, and brilliant. It's a little bit dry, but really for $3, what do you want for $3? It costs you, generally, it would cost me more to drive to the shop and fuel than buying this. That's just the reality of it. Now I've got 50, 60 soaps in the den, and I can totally get what Jack's talking about. I totally understand where he's coming from. Having been there myself, I went through a big phase of literally spending thousands. I reckon in the last 4 years I've spent over 10,000 on wet shaving. All up, that includes shipping and everything else, but over $10,000, easily over 10,000 it could be. Right, so all I've done, squeezed it on the top, like so. Way too much, but it's so cheap, I don't really care. Pop it back in its tube, in its box, and there we go. But this is about $3 over here in Australia. You can pick it up from most pharmacies, you can pick it up from supermarkets and all sorts. Now I've got less than 24 hours growth, quite considerably less, so it's going to be a quick shave hopefully without really too many issues. This might give me a little bit of brush burn, who knows, I don't know. Oh, I'm using the Grizzly Bay Joker brush with a 26mm Venturian. No. Do you need a brush that's over $100 in cost? No you don't. This was gifted to me, so it wasn't $100 for me. But I think these are over $100 to buy brand new. From Grizzly Bay. Now I did actually purchase a Grizzly Bay brush, but I sent it back. It just wasn't right for me. This one however, spot on. Love the handle size. The knot's really nice. It's certainly no rhodium knot, but it's a very nice knot. Just dripping water into the knot. Now as you can see, the lather is building nicely. Bit more water. And just one last drip. Now, when I did my head shave, I didn't put too much water in, I left it reasonably thick and dense. I'm looking for similar for my face shave, but I need to make sure I've got enough lather that I can complete 2 or 3 passes, which I can tell you right now, I definitely can. Now I used, took a lot of that soap in my mouth there. And I tell you what, it's certainly no tallow and steel IPA in terms of flavour. from there, scoop that from there, pop on the top. You can see that ladder, it's nice and dense. It's got a bit of sheen to it, not heaps. It's not as glossy obviously as the stuff I used yesterday. The Australian Private Reserve. Now there's obviously stuff in this product. There's a lot of numbers and chemicals and things in it. That's what you get from mass produced shit generally. I think there's even stuff in Mitchell's wool fat which isn't seen as the best for your skin. Right, the blade for today, I'm pulling out a Persona Med Prep. These have got no wax on them or anything. They just pop open and boom, you get your blade. Looks cheap and nasty, doesn't look great, it's terrible printing, stainless steel. These were very kindly sent a long time ago from Oy Bay Chapel. Alexander Kaplan sent me a full packet of them. I didn't even realise how expensive they were until Christopher Bradley started talking about them. So there it is on the top cap. There goes the base plate. And there goes the handle. So this is my go-to razor at the moment. My stainless steel one is on the way back. I sent it out for someone to try. But this is the aluminium Christopher Bradley razor. The original, the first one that they released. 3-inch handle, 3.25-inch handle. And the B plate again, because it's just shit hot. And here we go. Now the main reason behind this, and why I've redone a shave now, even though I don't really need a shave, is just to talk about spending money in this hobby. And my whole sole focus on it now is, if I've got the money and I want to buy something, I buy it. If there's nothing else around my family that makes me have to change that decision. Of course, right now, I'm not working. So money's tight, it is. I'm very lucky to be married to a very smart woman who's very good with money. So we're never ever really struggling, but I look where we are in our life now and I look at where my mum and dad were and I'm like, we're so far ahead of them at this stage in life in terms of the things that we own. And I know the things that you own don't really matter in a sense. But the only debt we have, actual real debt, is the house. That's it. We own everything. There's nothing we don't own. We've got no credit card debt. Got credit cards, just no debt on them. You know, we've got two cars, I've got a scooter, we own them all. All the money that leaves our house is basically kids' football, kids' dancing, bills. You have to pay obviously your electric bills and things like that, which are a lot lower now that we've got solar. But why would you jeopardise all of that to buy a razor or a brush? And I was looking at so many things. I almost pulled the trigger on $700 Wolfmans and $600 Vibord brushes, Yboard or Weeboard or whatever you want to call them. But honestly, my head was just up my arse. And watching Jack's video really sort of brought it all back. That the decisions I make now are so much better than they were 2 years ago in this hobby. As much as I see so many amazing brushes at Dan Robb and Dogwood Handcrafts that make all these brushes, Grizzly Pay, and in all honesty I look at them and go, fuck, I'd love that. But then my head goes, we don't need it. So it works well for me. But really, If you're absolutely loaded, you don't have a care in the world, money's of no object whatsoever, who cares if you buy 1,000 shaving brushes? Does it really matter? Is it impacting your life whatsoever? What it's doing is making the person that you're buying the brushes from life better, but it's not really impacting yours. But if, like me, you were going through a stage where your money wasn't the best, but you were still spending, it puts so much strain on your marriage, on your relationships. Makes you angry as well. It makes you really angry. You go through a phase where it's almost like, oh, everyone's having a go at me. I'm just doing what I like, doing what I enjoy. There's absolutely no regard for what you're doing to people around you. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that's been there and done that. I know I won't be, I guarantee. And the funny, strange thing is, I'll guarantee there's someone out there that's had a divorce over buying wet shaving gear. I'll put money on it. I'll put money on it. Because I'll be honest with you, it was probably on the cards for me if I didn't actually realise what was going on in my life and what I was doing to myself and my family. I'm slowly trying to train my mind and train myself to be less materialistic. I'm a very materialistic person. I like having new things. I like having the best of the best. I look around my house and there's nothing shit in my house, really. Like, it's the top of the range TVs, computers, controllers. You know, I've got a controller that controls everything in the house. You know, who the fuck needs that, really? I live in a fucking 4x2 house that I can walk around it. The house is massive. Don't even need a big house like this. I think my goal now, and I think a family goal, is to start saving. Stop wasting money. Stop going out and buying. A coffee over here is about, for the coffee I drink, the coconut milk, a large coffee is about $5.90 Australian, but $4.50 American, something like that. Because of the coconut milk and or almond milk, whatever the place has that I drink. Now, if I'm at home, I'll drink anywhere between 2 and 7 cups of coffee a day. Depends on the day, depends how I'm feeling. You don't need that much coffee, alright, that's just me. Now, we used to buy bags of coffee. I'm off point here, I'm just trying to, it's all financial I'm just talking about. Just giving a bit of my sort of feelings and things that happened that made me change my ways. And we used to go to a coffee shop called DPM. It was the Dawn Patrolmobile. It used to be a coffee van, and they bought a property premises in Mandurah. Great coffee, nice people. Now, obviously if I went there, and I used to go there every day when I was self-employed, 7 days a week. I'd buy a coffee in the morning on the way to work, and I'd buy a coffee on the way back. So it's $12 a day, 7, so that's what's... My maths is fucking shit at the moment, I should really know this. $49, is that right? No, it's not fucking right, what am I talking about? In fact, if I just said $10 a day, it would be $70 a week. It's more than that, but just to give it a round figure. Now, I now drink coffee at home. We've got our own espresso machine that we bought. Once again, it wasn't the cheapest one in the shop. We bought a good quality one. But I do find with products like that, you have to spend to get quality. You know, you can buy a cheap car, but you're still getting a cheap car made cheaply that will generally have more problems than an expensive car that's built better and got better quality components. You know what I mean? It doesn't always work like that, but when we bought our coffee machine, we decided we weren't going to spend massive, we weren't going to get cheap. Now, The coffee that that coffee shop sells works out at $33 a bag for a kilo. So I used to order 3 bags because it was free delivery, and used to get it for $100 delivered to the door, $99 delivered, which is brilliant. The coffee used to last probably 3 months. I used to probably get a month out of a bag of coffee, just roughly on average. That's what would work for me and my wife. Now, the coffee we drink now is fair trade coffee sold by Coles. I think it's fair trade from memory. It's $12 a bag. And it's lovely. Let's put that into perspective. If it takes 4 weeks to get through that bag of coffee for me and my wife, roughly, if the both of us drank 2 coffees a day at $5 a coffee, that's $280 each a month. Every 4 weeks, $280. $280 I was spending on coffees a month. Fuck me. Now, a month, I still have a coffee when we go out every now and then. But for the cost of pretty much 2 coffees, which 2 coffees for me is $11.80, normally $5.90 each. For 2 coffees, I'm buying a full bag of coffee beans, which last a month. And it really puts into perspective when you're throwing your money away. This hobby is the same. Or it was for me. I came from cartridge razor shading. Found double-edged razors and I love them. Well, I love this one in particular. But I wasn't happy there. I had to go and buy 30, 40, 50 different razors from all around the world. I had to spend thousands of dollars. Only to realise that one razor, one brush and one soap's enough. Now, I don't have that, but it really all boils down to what you're willing to pay and what you can afford to pay based on what you actually have. Don't do what I did and spend what you don't have. It's just, it's depressing just talking about it, how shitty it was. It's real shit thing to do to your family and do it yourself. Puts you under so much pressure. For nothing. This is all stuff that's happened, obviously, behind the scenes. This is stuff that doesn't get seen on the YouTube channel. Everyone just thinks it's hunky-dory, you know. Fuck, he's got another new razor, a new brush, he's fucking loaded. It's not. I always sort of look at it. I used to do it with cars. Cars was the big one. See someone driving around in a brand new Mercedes, $140,000 worth. You're like, fuck, he must be loaded. And I'm sat there in my Ford Focus, or my Nissan X-Trail, or on my Vespa. Own them all, outright. No cash owing, nothing all. They are our cars. Obviously pay your tax and your insurances and all that, but they're ours. We don't owe any money on it. We could sell them tomorrow and the money's ours that we sell them for. And I used to look at these people and think, fuck, they must be loaded. It must be great being fucking loaded. Now I look at these people and I think, shit, he's got $140,000 debt. Because 9 out of 10 people don't own that shit. They don't. That's the reality. A lot of these people are just buying that, next best thing, let's have it. debt to their eyeballs, struggling like fuck, trying to pay the bills. That was me in wet shaving. I had to have the Mercedes. The Volvo's not good enough. And it's true what they say. A car is a car is a car. Doesn't matter what colour it is, what size engine it is, if it runs and it starts up and it gets you from your house to your work and back, it does the exact same as a person sat in a $140,000 car. Yes, it's not as comfortable, yes, it's not as flash, but they've spent $140,000 to get their car to go to work. You know, that's the sort of way I look at things now. And I look at wet shaving the exact same way now, which is, it's been hard. Right, now, this all comes back to this, and this is pretty much what I've been obviously talking about with expensive stuff versus cheaper stuff, and what Jack was touching on with basically having a habit, an addiction to buying stuff, and it happens in this hobby very, very easily. And I probably start a little bit, I've no doubt in my mind. I'm a very passionate person. When I love something, I really love it. I really enjoy things. I enjoy the finer things. That's just me. I always have done. You know, as much as it sounds absolutely just fucking horrible, I find it very hard to stay in anything when we travel less than 4 stars. It's just me. It's ingrained in me. I wish I could get out of it, but that mainly comes down to OCD and cleanliness more than anything else. I do struggle to stay in things that aren't 4 star or above. Generally, if it's less than 5 star, and that doesn't mean it's the best. You know, it could be I have a bunch of dickheads working for it, and then you turn up at a sort of 2.5 star, 3 star bed and breakfast run by a beautiful family with lovely views and a nice, you know, that sort of thing. But that's something else I'll work on eventually. One thing with this cream, it comes out the brush nice and easy. But ultimately, what I'm trying to get at, $3 to do the same thing, pretty much. I shaved my head with this and I was amazed how good it was actually, having used it for a long time. I've obviously, I don't know whether I've got better at lathering, whether I've got better at shaving. I'm using this razor every day pretty much, so I do have a real nice feel for it now. It's a little bit drying. You know, the lather's not as dense or as heavy as a quality artisan soap. The scent's certainly not great. It says new improved formula. But the scent itself is pretty average. It's like a 2, it smells like clean soapy scent. But it works really well. So who's right or wrong? The person that only uses this, uses a cheap brush and uses a cheap razor and gets the same result as me with a $100 plus razor and a $100 plus brush. Really, I think I'm the one that's losing at the moment. And even moving on to this, I mean, this isn't cheap stuff. It's great stuff, but this does have a good thing to it as well. It does actually help a lot with stinging and irritation and stuff, but yeah, I can't harp on about it enough. I went down a really long, deep, dark rabbit hole in this shaving, and I've come out the other side probably a better person because I know what I did wrong, but had I not went there in the first place, then I wouldn't have had to really learn from the mistake. If I was already prepared to not do that and did it the right way, I would probably been alright. However, I don't think my channel would have grown. Probably would still have my channel. I might never have had my channel in the first place if I didn't have that stupid mindset in the beginning of trying every single thing on earth, every new shaving soap, brush, razor, blade, you name it, I wanted it. And I got a lot of it. And did I get any happiness out of it? Probably a little bit. But it was happiness that was never there. It's not a long-standing happiness. It's not something that stays with you for life. I forgot what a shave I did 6 months ago, how it made me feel. I've got no idea because I just don't. So it's really they're just fleeting moments that make you feel great at the time and then just don't hang around. But anyway, I'm going to finish off with some Frosted Heliopteris from Moyle Grooming. Oh, I'm just going to pop a bit in my head as well. I'll be honest with you, I went into the shaves today with the Palmolive for Men lather shave with the mindset of I couldn't shave with this stuff every day. I've come out of both shaves thinking it's actually pretty good stuff, and for $3, oh yeah, be it ingredients list, which are there, is not the cleanest set of ingredients by any stretch of the imagination. There's freaking numbers on the bottom here, CI 19140 and CI 42090, no idea what the fuck they are. They're obviously chemical compounds of some sorts. It might be something stupid like talcum powder or something, who knows. But there's other things in here, you know, carboxyaldehyde, there's just things in here that don't sound like they're very good for your skin. But it does the job. At the end of the day, it's not your skin for long, and you've got to die of something, right? Whether it be coronavirus or fucking Palmolive shave cream, you've got to die of something. For me personally, it won't be coronavirus, I can tell you that right now. That ain't happening. Grizzly Bay, the Joker brush. Do you know the guy that sent me this? His name is in my mind all the time. I I can't get it out of my mouth. But he just sent me this brush just out of kindness. It's such a nice brush. He purchased it based on the photograph, and then when he got it, the photograph didn't look as nice as the photograph. It was just sort of deceiving. But I just love it. Just a stunning brush. 26mm Venturian Badger Knot. It's a clean, soapy scent. That's all I can say about Palmolive, really. It works. It does a great job. Leave it a little bit thicker though. I wouldn't put too much water into it. You leave that thickness on it. Do a bit of Paul H with it, and you'll get a cracking shave from it. The razor was the Carve Christopher Bradley razor. Aluminium with the B plate, which I think is 0.73 blade gap. I should really check that out. I keep saying I think. I should really just go and check it out, and then I can say it definitely is. The blade was a Persona MedPrep, which I believe is the actual blades they use in hospitals and things like that for shaving legs and arms and things. It's changed a little bit now. They use a lot more electric stuff, so there's no chance of nicking the skin and all that. But I do believe they still use these. I don't know whether they use them in barbershops and like tattoo parlours and things like that. I know a lot of them use them cheap disposable big razors, but really that's quite a good way to go if you're using them. There's no glue dots, no nothing. They're sharp, smooth, efficient, but they're expensive. And finished off today with, in my opinion, the best post-shave splash on the market for fixing your skin. I love the scents as well. This one's a really, really strong fougere, and it's quite pungent. It's got a bit of citrus and stuff through it, but it's really nice. I like it. I think it's lovely. My wife's not a massive fan, but the cooling sensation from the menthol is spot on. The menthol is spot on. And with that, do you know what, that whole video was a total blur. I don't know whether I covered everything I wanted to talk about. I went off on a fucking stupid tangent, but I hope you get the idea of where I was coming from and why I think it's really important that people don't, or try and stay out of the rabbit hole unless the cash is just free flowing and you can spend it willy-nilly and never have to worry about paying a bill or anything like that sort of thing. If you're strapped and you see me use this razor and you love it and you want it, but you've got no money, don't go and get BP or get something to buy it or something, you know. Don't put yourself under that pressure. It's not required. Save up for it if you want it. I find if you save for something and then you buy it, there's a real satisfaction from getting it, and I don't do that enough. You've got a real satisfaction, appreciation for what you have then when you save up for it and buy it. So it's certainly the way to go. I'm not going to tell people what to do with their money. I don't really know fuck all about it. I've made so many mistakes. I'm just learning as I go along, trying to read books and learn on it as best I can. But if you don't have the money, don't buy it. It's as simple as that. Don't go down that route that I went. If you've got a wife and kids and a mortgage and all that, don't be buying shit you don't need. Honestly, you will throw your marriage and everything out the window way quicker than you could possibly imagine. And I almost got there. Well, thankfully not got there, but I almost did. Anyway, that's enough of the depressing shit. I'm going to go and have a smile, and I might even have a gin and tonic. Well, actually, gin and soda. Really nice gin. Lover's gin. It's got flakes of gold and silver in it. I bet that's great to drink that. Put that in your body, real flakes of gold and silver. That must be awesome for your body. Putting all these chemicals on, drinking gold and silver. Yeah, what a pile of shit. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.